Okay, right. I previously made a video on tools. Um, I think I should just. I found out some more other things since that last video, parts 1 and 2. Why should you buy snap-on tools? Now, let me just say again that when I started in the trade, I started as a mechanic. I had everything that snap-on could do virtually. So I'm just adjusting a socket here. Seeing this out of place in the order there. Right, so this set here, don't know if you can see, this is 3/8 drive. This is all Halford's, well, at the time, Halford's Professional. This is all part of the biggest set they did. So you can see the name on there, Halford's. I think the whole set, okay, you got these sockets here. So you got all these 12.38 drive sockets. You got all these sockets here. So you've got, what have you got, 6mm, right through to about 19mm there, 12 point, as you can see. You get these sockets in, or got those sockets in that set, so it's a bit of wiring. And it's a pretty good set, it was a pretty good set. Now, also with that, you got a selection of ratchet spanners, as you can see. They're fairly nice. Sorry, tell a lie, they're not the ones. Tell a lie. These are the ones. I don't know if you can see that in focus. Halford's Professional. Now, I started out in the garage trade many moons ago. Now, I don't work for any garage at all now. I'm a bus driver now, so I don't work for Snap-on. I don't work for US Pro Tools. I don't work for Halford's. I don't work for any of them. Never have done, never will do. But all I'm trying to say is that I've found out some more things since my last video that, how shall we say, I think people are paying over the odds, especially apprentices. There's a guy put a video on YouTube. Now, fair play to the guy. I mean, he's only trying to do his bit and show what you can buy. But I think it's a bit ambitious for apprentices for the stuff that he's buying. He's bought a snap-on toolbox or roll cabinet full of snap-on and blue point tools, which I'd be fairly peed off about if I'd spent like maybe 10 grand or £5,000 on, maybe. And half of it was blue point, not snap-on. Now, the choice is yours. You pay your money, you take your choice, obviously. But this set I bought from Halford's was, at the time, £200 and something, £230, I believe. Now, Halford's Professional have got a lifetime guarantee on them. Okay, they've got a lifetime guarantee. And I believe you can pay weekly on them. Now, these tools here are Proto. These are, US Pro Tools. US Pro Tools. That's a 19mm flexible head ratchet spanner. Does the job. Now, that's okay. It does the job. It's quite good for what it is. I mean, sure, yeah, it's got a bit of rust on it, but then it's been in the box for God knows how long. This is a blue point ratchet spanner. Can you see that? Blue point. Now, if you're not in the know, Blue Point is Snap-on's sort of budget line tool, or tools. They're okay, there's nothing wrong with them. They are made by Snap-on. They just don't say Snap-on on them. Like I say, if I'd have spent £5,000 on a toolbox full of tools that were allegedly Snap-on, and they come with blue point in, I'd be pretty cheesed off. But you know, that's your choice, but I wouldn't do it personally. Like I say, this set I bought came with, so it come with that ratchet spanner, all these spanners in here. So that's, what size have we got there? So that's 8mm. So you've got 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You get one. What did you get? What did you get? Yeah, you got 2 ratchet spanners with it. Okay, so not great, but certainly not the worst. No, you didn't get any more than that, unless they're in the other drawer. This is the Halford's Professional quick release 3/8 drive ratchet, as you can see. Now this is the snap-on version. Right, I've had this good, oh, God knows, 30 years, maybe. Okay, it's got rust on it. But now one of these I was looking up the other day, I was looking it up yesterday in fact, on the snap-on price list. It's about £200. So, you know, why would you pay that? Also, these spanners come in that set as well. You've got 18mm, long reach combination, Halford's Professional. 17mm, Halford's long reach Professional. And 19mm. Which is more than enough for what you need. More than enough for average size, average cars, average trucks, light commercials, blah, blah, blah. This little screwdriver, see this little screwdriver? I looked this up yesterday, I was absolutely staggered. It's about £170. It's a ratcheting stubby screwdriver. Now, not being funny, alright, it says snap-on or whatever it says on it. Yeah, lovely. But really? £170? Really? Why? Okay, so this snap-on screwdriver, like I say, I was in the trade. I did it for about 10 years. So I made my money on it. I needed stuff. I had everything. I should say again, I had everything that Snap-on did. I had about, I hate to think, at the time probably about 10,000, probably now about 18,000 pounds worth of tools and toolbox. I honestly don't think that you need to spend that. I mean, I've spent on here probably, I mean, look, these in Snap-on now are about £75. I looked yesterday. I purposely looked this all up. And this set now, this toolbox, sorry about the wind by the way, this set, this toolbox is very similar to what I had. I had one with 9 drawers. So I had 1, 2, 3. There's some old quarter drive stuff in there that I had from when I was doing it. Kept it. So this set now, this toolbox set is about £175. Okay? So you get the top box from Machine Mart here in the UK, but there's lots of them make them now. US Pro Tools. Now, if you're going to do this and you're an apprentice, you ain't going to have a lot of money. You just ain't. You know, the best will in the world, these garages don't pay thousands. Now this set I bought, like I say, came with all this in it. This is a 1/2-inch drive. You got 12-point 1/2-inch drive there, short. You got long 1/2-inch drive, 12-point. These are all metric, so yeah, you can see 17mm, 19mm. And you get all this with it. You got all these sockets with it. Now, these are all AF. You can even get a few. You've got a few impact sockets with it. So all in all, it's quite a good deal. I think it's quite a good deal. This is the ratchet that come with it, I believe. Yeah, quick release. You can still service it because there's screws there. You can take the little hexagon screws out. You can oil it. You can do what you want with it. Clean it up, service it. And they come with a lifetime guarantee on them. All these other things, oh, that came with it as well. This come with it as well, I believe. Yeah, this 1/2-inch drive breaker bar. So all these other things I've added, but they weren't expensive. This whole set probably cost me within the region of about, say about 300, 350. I've added these things. I've added like the side cutters, which you need for split pins, wiring, the long nose pliers. These were from a previous set, which I actually gave to my mate, which you saw in the other video. I've added all these things from various days of going to Enfield pageant, which is a motor thing over here in the UK, and online and things. But these weren't expensive. These are look. You got the hex on the end, same as a snap-on screwdriver. A snap-on screwdriver now for one of these, you're talking £35–40. Why would you pay that? Why would you pay that a price? So that's part one. That's part one of the video. In part two, I'm going to show you the other version. I'm going to try and match what the guy has bought in Snap-on and show you what you actually need. I've got some of it. I haven't got all of it. Like I say, I don't don't do mechanics anymore. I drive a bus for a living. But I like good tools. I like to have quality tools. You can look at the video for yourself. Apprentice Toolbox Snap-on, first year apprentice or whatever it is. And you can just see what you think. I think you don't need all of what he's got. I certainly don't think you need to spend what he's got or spent on it. Anyway, that's part one over. Okay, this is part two. Now, I've just pulled out some of the tools. I just got these the other day. US Pro Tools, as you can see. Very, very nice. Come in a nice, I don't know, Hessian, I don't know what you call it, protector cover. You can hang them up, as you can see. Or you can leave them in there, or you can do that. You can throw that away, whatever you want. 15 quid on Amazon. These pliers, these and these, all now in Snap-on, are about £50 a piece. £50 each. Why? The toolbox the guy has got in that other video, he's got a very similar one to this. Alright, it might have a few more drawers, and it doesn't say Halfords, it says Snap-on on it. Now, personally, I don't care what it says on it. It can say Benson and Hedges on it for all I care. As long as it's reasonable, it does the job. It looks after the tools, it contains everything I need, and it does the job. I don't care what label it's got on it. I mean, if you're going to be snobby about it, then, you know, that's up to you. But you're paying a lot of money for something that you're not really going to use that says a nice name on it. Like I say, I should say that all Halfords tools come with a lifetime guarantee. This, I believe you need. One thing you need, the guy's got in his video. These, I bought these from Aldi's or Lidl's. They're about £1 each or £3 each or something stupid. Now, that's miniature, minute, long nose curved pliers. And I think they've got little cutters in them as well, I believe. And long nose miniature little cutters. For £1 each or £2 each. Why are you going to spend £30 on something that basically does the same job for that? Okay, moving on. The guy has got I believe he's got a torque wrench in his toolbox. Now, this isn't a particularly great make, I grant you. Rolson, you probably see them in petrol stations quite a lot with the the torches, the multi-tool key rings and multi-tool screwdriver sets. They're not an amazing make, but this will get you by. This will certainly get you by. This was about £28 at a car show. Moving on, this tool cabinet is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers. And as you can see, I've got my Ace Calf sticker on there. So let's go into the top drawer and see what we've got. Okay, so yeah, I bought another one. I didn't realise, but look at that. Doesn't that look very similar? US Pro Tools, very similar to the Snap-on one. Undo, do up, quick release. You can service it. It's got the Torxes, whatever you call them there. About 20 quid on Amazon. Moving on. Okay, I never bought a Snap-on one of these. I never had the money to buy one, but I bought a US Pro Tools one. I said in my previous video, I think that's the guy's got that in his video as well, for the guy who does the first year apprentice. They've taken him on. A breaker bar, 3/8 drive breaker bar. Now, again, that's about 15, maybe 20 quid. You can service it. Look, you've got the pin in there. You can undo that. You can oil it there. You'd be hard pressed to break that, to be fair. I've got some various other extensions that I got with other socket sets, chrome vanadium. Okay, moving on. I went over to what is called the Enfield Pageant. If you're not familiar with that, that's a car show in England. It's well known throughout the country, probably about Europe, probably, because it's quite big. And I saw this set. Now, this was about £40, 45? No, a bit more than that, sorry. This was about £65. Look what you're getting for £65. How nice is that? Quick release, you've got the circlip there. It's quick release, it's Draper Expert. Now Draper make three ranges, like Halfords. They make bog standard motorist range, same as this. They make, and Halfords and Draper make them. They make Draper, and then they make Draper Expert, and Draper also own Facom tools. If you've never heard of them, they're on a par with Teng, Snap-on, and all the others like that. Top of the Rolls-Royce branded tools. Very nice, very expensive. But if you're a first year or second year apprentice, you're probably only going to earn about £200, £250 a week if you're lucky. If you're still at home, you're probably paying your mum and your dad, or your dad rent, or your mum rent, whatever. You ain't going to have that sort of money. So you're looking to invest. You're going to be paying the Snap-on man. Say if you bought that set that guy's got, you're going to be paying him, work it out, maybe £100, £70 a week for 5 years. Why would you do that? Why would you saddle yourself at 18, 19, 20, 21 with a debt of £5,000? So far, this box, I should say, by the way, this box, I looked it up yesterday or the day before. In Halfords, they do it in red or black, is £250 or £235. Why would you buy a £1,000 box that says Snap-on it? Does the same job. I mean, if you're that worried about it, you could drill that off, put a flipping Snap-on thing on it. With this set, going back to this set, you get all these. Look, what size is that? 13mm. Now, I'm not saying it's got everything, because it hasn't. It obviously hasn't. But it's got a damn lot of stuff for £65, £70. They do smaller sets, and obviously you don't get all these, or you don't get all these. You get half of that, and you only get half of that. But you've got an 8mm long single hex. You've got a 10mm, I believe, single hex. Yep, single hex, Very comparable to what the snap-on set has got. But you're talking snap-on, I looked yesterday, 250, 270 pounds, something like that, for all that. You've got the 3 sizes of spark plug spanner you'll need. You know, why are you paying that sort of money? You haven't got that sort of money. Why pay it? Just because it says snap-on on it? Whoopee. You know, why? Also, I would honestly say, a lot of the stuff that came in the snap-on set was flipping AF. Now, unless you're working on old cars, you ain't going to need AF. You're going to need metric. So you're going to need a set like this that comes from 6 all the way up to 19. These have got a lifetime guarantee on them. Look at them. Look, they're beautiful. I wish I'd had something like this when I started. I really do. I would have loved it. But, I mean, you can buy a set, 2 sets of metric, but you'll never use, or you won't virtually use AF. You will not use it. AF went out with the arc. This little set here, I should add, this is a 1/4 drive ratchet set. Now that's marvellous. I don't know if you can see the brand on it. Aldi. Yep, that's from Aldi. My local Aldi. And that's the ratchet that come with it. How cute is that? How nice is that? Quick release, serviceable. You've got the Allen keys, screws there. One there. Off, on, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, nice action on it. Probably needs a bit of oil. Moving on, that's a little set of screws and little things for doing glasses. Okay, you probably need, I would say that you need, if you're going to be a first year apprentice, you will need a set of pliers, side cutters, pliers and long nose, like that. Something like that. That's what you need. Maybe you'd need them, I don't know, you could afford them. They're a bit of a, yeah, okay. This is what you need for doing cylinder heads, wheel nuts, that sort of thing, if you're going to do cylinder heads. But you would definitely need 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, a 3/8 drive socket set. So that's your socket set. That's your spanners. I've got AF because they come in a previous set, like I say, which I gave the sockets and all the other bits to from my friend because he didn't have any tools, so I donated them to him. Now, again, these are US Pro version of the other screwdrivers I had there. I showed you in the first part of the video. Look at that, look. That's for putting a spanner on and you're giving it extra leverage when you've got a tight screw. Utility knife. Now, I've got a proper one that's a US Army, Swiss Army one. It's about £35. This one I paid £7 for. Some cheap screwdrivers. This screwdriver, I can tell you, I know for a fact I had that 35 years when I was about 16. So that's done me well. Yeah, you might need a metal, I would say you need a metal ruler. Again, I forgot I already had the other set, so I bought some more. But flexible ratchet spanners. Set was about £30. So what are we up to so far? So we got the box, which was $2.35. Right, you could save up for that. You don't even need this box really. That's just, you know, that's an extra something you don't really need. But if you're going to go for it, I would go for the Halfords one. So you've got, say if you spent £40 on a set with half of what I got in here from Draper Expert, so that's 40. The box was $2.35, that's 270. These spanners here, like I say, were about 15 quid, 20 quid maybe. Comes again in a nice wrap thing. So you spent 300 quid so far. They were about 25. and they were about 15. So you spent about 350 quid. Moving on. Now, this is a US Pro Tools breaker bar. Now, I looked this up yesterday. Sorry, tell a lie, it's Draper. Draper Expert. This was about £30, not even that, 25. This in Snap-on is about £100. Now, this is the Draper Expert half-inch drive. Again, on, off, quick release, serviceable because you've got the screws there. You can oil it. You probably get replacement parts for it, I don't know. And you've got a range of sockets there from what, 8mm, single hex, you notice, which is very good, right up to, what's that, 32, yeah, 32mm, single hexagon. Now that's very important for grip. Now, okay, you haven't got everything, but I think you've got most things. You've got a set of 1, 2, 3 extensions. You've got a wobble bar. You've got some AF there, which again I don't think you'll use, to be perfectly blunt with you. So you got a set there, was about 50 quid. Again, they do various versions of that. You can see this is still in its wrapper. US Pro Tools hammer. About 20 quid on eBay or Amazon. So you need some drill bits. You need a ratchet, a quarter drive. You need half-inch, and you need 3/8. Again, I bought this set on Amazon. Again, I've doubled up on things, but this was about 15 quid. And you've got all these bits in it. Look, all these bits. Allen sockets, Torex, all your sockets, standard size. Okay, it's not got the long ones in, but you know, you can add that. All US Pro Tools do everything. I don't work for them. You think I do, but I don't. That's got my drill in it, by the way, is the bottom. Sorry. Yeah, US Pro Tools do add-on bits for everything, as do Draper. So you work it out. You probably spent, that version you probably spent about, let's think, this version would probably cost you about 500, maybe a bit more. Or you got this one, this version, which is about the same, 500, maybe a bit more. My point is, why spend £10,000 on a set of tools that you can't afford them? If you're an apprentice, you can't afford that. I know, I've been there, I've done it. So why buy it? Why spend that sort of money? Very nice, it's very pretty, and it looks nice with your mates all standing around having a cup of coffee and a bacon roll, but you're going to be paying that for the rest of your life. Those are the basics you need. You need some screwdrivers, a decent socket set, 3/8 drive, which also US2 Pro Tools do, but I'm not sure, I haven't researched it. I also found out, since I've made the first version of this video, there's a guy in America and he's building a set for an apprentice out there. Now, apprentices in America, they get an allowance from the government. They get a certain amount of money. Not sure how much it is, maybe about $8,000, $5,000. And they can go to Snap-on, Harbour Freight, Tecton, whoever, and they can buy all their tools. We in this country, as far as I know, don't have that luxury. So why are you spending that amount of money? Why spend? The cost of living crisis is hitting us all. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't earn thousands, but you know, I'm just trying to give the benefit of my advice that why pay millions or thousands, not millions, but thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds for something that says, oh, Snap-on. That does the job. These do the job. So you can either go down the US Pro Tool route and Halfords, or you can go down the Halfords route and mix it with US Pro Tools and Halfords and Clark. The choice is yours. I personally like the Halfords ones. I don't dislike them. I quite like them. But some things I think are better in Draper. Some things I think are better in this US Pro Tools or in Halfords. You know, there's a choice. You will need a set of 3/8 drive Torex. Now, I had a set made by Sykes Pickavant. Now, I think they still make it, but I was looking yesterday. US Pro Tools make a version of that with long torques and short torques like these. And you can change the bit. And they're 3/8 and 1/2 inch drive. So it's a good set. It's only about £18. So there are options. You don't need to spend mega fortunes. One of your best tools ever that I'm using right now is your phone. You've got a light on your phone. Most people have got a smartphone nowadays. They've also got, you can look up tutorials. You can look up all kinds of technical data. People forget that. So don't be fooled into going out and going to the nice shiny Snap-on van and going, oh yes, Mr. Snap-on, I'll give you £10 a week for the next 500 years till the day I die. I will mortgage my future children's inheritance and my future wife's inheritance. Don't do it. What you need is some basic tools or good quality tools at quite good prices to get you through. Then if you decide you're going to stay in the trade, then yeah, fair enough, upgrade. Maybe you get some pieces of Snap-on. But I don't be tempted to buy all Snap-on. Snap-on is not all it's cracked up to be. Like I say, you need these. You need a pair of these for doing brakes, brake calipers, oil filters. They will get you by. You don't need to buy fancy ratchet straps and things like that. You probably need a pair of mole grips, which I have several pairs of. These were cheap. I can't remember how much, but they were cheap. Cheap and cheerful. They do the job. Then you can go service cars or trucks or vans or whatever you work on. Unless you're giving it, I mean, these tools, Draper, I've got a lifetime guarantee on them. Now, the US Pro Tools, okay, they come with a 30-day guarantee. But you lose that in Snap-on, that's £65. I'll just let that sink in. That is £65. That's probably 3 hours' wages for you, if you're lucky. You lose that, that's only a £5 to replace. The choice is yours. I know what I'd rather choose. Same with any of the spanners. The spanners are about £30 a pop. You lose a socket in Snap-on, you probably lose one of these. Because you probably will lose something. Now, what size is that? 22mm. So, not a popular size, but easy to lose. You're probably talking £15, £20, 30, who knows? Don't be fooled into buying Snap-on tools at Snap-on prices. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry I keep sniffing. I've got a bit of a cold. If you've got any questions or you want to ask me something directly or you need some more advice, then please feel free to go onto the comments box and leave a little comment. If you don't think I've covered anything, then please feel free to do so and say so. Like I say, this guy in America, he spends about 10 grand on Snap-on tools. The guy in England, Irish fella, very nice bloke, really, really nice bloke. Not knocking him, but personally, it's not for me. It's not. I don't think he should be saying, yeah, it's a good bargain. It should be. Let's say you spent 20 or no, not as much as that. Let's say you spent £8,000 on a set of Snap-on tools with everything you think is Snap-on inside. Then you open it up and it all comes. It's half of it's Blue Point. Blue Point is Snap-on's second line. Nothing wrong with it, but it don't say Snap-on in it. That's what you're paying for. You're paying, you want to pay, if you're going to buy Snap-on, you want Snap-on. You don't want something to say, it's like you buying a set of Pirelli tyres and them saying, oh yeah, their budget range, Joe Blogs down the road. You don't want that. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Take care, hope you're all okay. See you next time.